It all started when I noticed a letter in my mailbox. At first, I thought it was just another piece of junk mail, but when I saw the HOA logo on the envelope, my stomach sank. I hadn't had any issues with my neighbors, and I knew I wasn't part of an HOA, so I wasn't sure what this could be about. I opened the letter and read it carefully. It was from Karen, the self appointed enforcer of neighborhood rules, and it claimed that I was in violation of the HOA's pet policies. The letter demanded that I remove my pets immediately or face a lawsuit. My mind raced as I realized the absurdity of the situation. There was no HOA in our area, and Karen certainly had no authority over my property. In fact, I had never agreed to any HOA regulations because there simply wasn't one to begin with. This was nothing more than her trying to impose her own rules on the neighborhood, and I wasn't about to let her get away with it. I knew I had to act quickly, but I wasn't about to make the mistake of ignoring her. I decided to confront her head on. I gathered all the necessary documents to prove that there was no HOA in our neighborhood, including official city records that showed our area was unincorporated and not governed by any homeowners association. Armed with the truth, I decided to pay Karen a visit. I knocked on her door, and she opened it with a smug smile, clearly thinking I would be intimidated by her legal threats. "I assume you got my letter," she said, with an air of superiority. I smiled back, holding up the documents. "Actually, Karen, there's no HOA here," I said calmly. "So, your lawsuit? It's not going anywhere." Her smile faltered as I explained how I had done my homework. "You have no legal standing here. You can't just make up rules and expect people to follow them." I continued, my voice firm but calm. "My pets are here to stay, and I suggest you find another hobby besides trying to control everyone around you." Karen tried to argue, but I could see the frustration in her eyes as she realized she had no case. "You really think you can get away with this?" she spat. But I stood my ground, knowing I was right. "I'll be reporting you to the city council for harassment," I said, turning to leave. In the end, Karen's attempt to control my property not only failed but also backfired. She learned the hard way that no one could just make up rules to suit their own agenda. And as for me, I didn't just keep my pets. I made sure everyone knew I wasn't someone who would let an HOA Karen trample over my rights. Sometimes standing up for what's right is the best way to put a bully in their place.